Hi, what's up everyone? Welcome back to yet another video right here on Candid Farmers, where we are sharing knowledge. In today's video, I want to share some advice with someone who wants to start goat farming. But before we start the video, I wish to remind you, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel, and also head over to our other channel, Mugi's Corner, and subscribe to that channel right there and support. The link is in the description below. Now let's get into the video. The first and most important piece of advice is that always keep it at the back of your mind that this is a business, and the number one rule in a business is to minimize input while working towards maximizing output. That's right, minimize input on our farm while you work towards maximizing output. This will ensure that your goat farm is profitable. You know what I'm saying? So always apply this rule with your human resource, apply this rule with feeding, apply this rule with all the activities that go on your farm, whether constructing your goat house or medicating or feeding the goats. You know, this rule cuts across. Always make sure that the farm is profitable. That's the only way that you will ensure a sustainable farming experience. Number two, piece of advice number two is that always seek expert advice. Now, what I mean with seek expert advice, work with someone who is experienced. You know, there is if there is a local farmer who knows about goat farming, work with that local farmer so that you can gain experience and knowledge until you can stand all on your own. Or what you can do, is work hand in hand with a vet. There are so many veterinary assistants and you can find them almost everywhere. So always seek expert advice and make decisions based on expert opinion. That is how you can ensure that you increase productivity and also make the right decisions. Number three, breed. It is very important to select the right breed of animals that you want to keep on your farm. There are so many out there, and I'm not going to mention names that you should you should deal in breed A or breed B or breed C. However, there are basics that you should consider, and these basics cut all across any type of breed of goats that you may decide to rear on your farm. So I'm going to list them below. For example, we talked about ensuring productivity, hence increasing profitability of our goat farm. Therefore, you need healthy and good looking goats on your farm. Then also goats that are able to put on weight, so that they have meat, they can give meat. You know what I'm saying? So always select a breed of goats that has that quality, a breed of goat that can put on weight and also grow big in size. Now, the other quality that you should look out for is that this is very important, especially on the part of productivity. Make sure that you select a breed which can give you multiple babies. Goats are able to give one baby at a time, 2 babies, 3 babies. I also know about a breed that, a type of goat that gives 4. I'm not sure about 5. Maybe there is a goat that can give you 5 babies. So in any particular breed of goats that you choose, ensure that that breed is able to give you multiple babies. That is how you can increase productivity on your farm. Also, under normal circumstances, a goat gives birth twice every 13 or 14 months. So the gestation period of a goat is 6 months, and then it takes about another 1 month, and then it conceives again. So make sure that you select a breed that is able to, come with that quality. Otherwise, if you select a breed which only gives birth once every 12 months, then you're limiting yourself, and you will not be as productive as you would want to be. So the other quality in the breed of goats, remember we are still dissecting selection of a breed. It is very important. Select a breed that is able to adapt to the environment as well as the feeding. Now, many times when we go to buy these goats, the circumstances or the conditions on the farm where we bought the goats are very different than the conditions that they will find on our farm. So always ensure that you select a breed of goats that can easily adapt to new environments, new feeding, you know what I'm saying, everything. Let's go to piece of advice number 4, feeding. Now, I think I touched on it in my previous point about, feeding. When we go to buy the goats, some of these goats are feeding on a zero grazing type of feeding. And then when we bring them to our farm, maybe we have, a relatively big piece of land or space where we can graze our animals. So make sure that, you consider that. Have these goats been feeding on zero grazing? So obviously, when they have been feeding on zero grazing system where they were, they may not be used to this other form of feeding where you just release them on a free range type of grazing system. So obviously they are used to a different type of feed, and on a free range they will find a different type of feed. So consider that also. Now, also on the type of feeding, if you have a relatively sizable piece of land, you can grow some of these grasses. I put out a video showing you how you can grow enkuraido. I also showed you, so many things that you can grow on your farm to supplement feeding for your goats. Make sure you go out there and watch my video. I gave you some of the feeds that goats enjoy. They are not the only ones, but definitely there are some of those. And go out there and watch that video to best understand how you can feed your goats. Also, the other thing about feeding, ensure that you supplement the goats. Supplement with salt. Give the goats water. You can give them salt in a trough to just to eat the salt, or you can also give the goats. You can mix the salt in water. Goats love salty water, so you can mix some salt in the water and give them to drink. Then also you can decide to give them fresh water. Just make sure that you strike a balance. All right. So let's go to point number 5. Advice number 5 is always medicate, and medicate routinely. So draw a timetable to vaccinate. You can say that every period of time, let's say 2 months or 6 months, depending on you, you vaccinate the goats. This vaccination helps to boost the immunity of our goats, and hence they don't catch diseases easily, or they are able to fight off any diseases that may attack the goats. Also routinely deworm. You know, the feeds that we give the goats, you know, the supplements, the troughs, and everything, they can, you know, cause some infections in the stomachs of the goats. So ensure that you deworm. Now, deworming also, the worms inside the goat stomachs, they feed on the goats. You know what I'm saying? They are parasites inside the goat, goat's stomach. So ensure that you deworm to allow our goats to grow very, very well, and get rid of the parasites inside the worms. Also, spray the goats. Spray the goats routinely. You can draw also a timetable that every 2 weeks I spray the goats. There are so many pests and insects that come to ticks, fleas. There are so many others that come to suck the blood of the goats. But when you spray the goats themselves and the goat house, that keeps those fleas and other pests out of the goat house, and hence our goats can grow healthy without much disturbance. Also, you see, the goats, they struggle, they struggle for feed, they fight. You find that goats are, knocking each other, they push against each other. So you may find that they break their limbs, they break their legs. Also, be on a lookout at all times. If you find that any goat is limping, okuyunga bakuyita batya, help that goat that is limping to make sure that you medicate the bone, examine. Is it a compound fracture, or the bone is exposed, or is it just a tear in ligament? Just to make sure that you look after the goats properly. Advice number 6, cleanliness. Now, cleanliness is very, very important in keeping away disease-causing viruses or germs or any, So I put out also a video on how you can construct a good goat house. So if you haven't watched it already, I encourage you to go and watch it. Make sure that our goat house is regularly cleaned to the urine. In that video, you will learn how to deal with the urine. How do you construct a goat house to make sure that you deal with the urine? How do you construct a goat house to ensure that you deal with the droppings? So make sure you watch that video to learn more about how to construct a good house. Now, on the point of cleanliness, clean the goat house regularly. Get rid of the urine, get rid of the droppings, and any other maybe extra feed that may have dropped down, and all that. Also, aeration is very important. Ensure that your goat house is properly aerated. The air can circulate easily. I also talked about how you can ensure that your goat house is properly aerated. I don't recommend that you build a wall around your goat house. Let it not be a wall house, a brick wall, basically what I mean. Also, ensure that you block off any running water, that may overflow into your goat house. Let's go to piece of advice number 7. Avoid inbreeding. Inbreeding is, I'll give an example. If you have a mother mating with a male goat, you know, and then you have babies, you cannot allow this male to mate with the babies or with these goats when they reach a stage of mating. Ensure that you avoid that. Also, these, for example, if your she goat has given birth to multiple babies, a male and a female, you cannot allow these brothers and sisters to mate. You know, mating, or rather inbreeding, causes the goats to lose certain qualities, you know, body size, you know, the ability for the goats to fight off diseases, you know, and so many other things that are associated with inbreeding. So if you want to maintain the quality of our goats, make sure that for example, when a particular male has mate with the female goats, make sure that you take this male off the farm to make sure that this male does not mate with the babies that he made. You know what I'm saying? Then introduce another male from outside the farm to come and mate with your she goats. Point number 8, piece of advice number 8, and this is the last one I'll be sharing with you, is highly consider a good male to mate with your she goats on the farm. When selecting a male to mate with your female goats, make sure that you look out for the best quality male, you know, a male that has very good qualities. For example, body size, weight, height, you know what I'm saying, the ability to resist diseases, you know. So by doing that, you are making sure that the qualities in this good male will be passed on to your herd or all the new babies on your farm, and hence ensuring that you are highly productive on the farm. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video and supporting the channel, you know. And I'm gonna end this video on this note. I will see you in another video. Peace, love, and blessings. Goodbye.